In my opinion, it's very important to be part of a community like this because we're really here to help each other, right? So if you have an issue, I might be able to help you. If I have a problem or I have a question, you might be able to help us. I think a strong community just makes it better for everybody that's involved. If you worked with Copilot Studio before building agents, then you are probably familiar with topics. What I'm going to show you today is something that you might not be familiar with. So the issue that I'm going to solve here today is when a client or a customer or anybody is interacting with your agent, but at some point in time, they're going to get frustrated. What you want to do then is you want to escalate that conversation to a live person, right? You don't want them to have to continue on talking to your Copilot agent and become more frustrated. So let me go ahead and show you how you can do that. I'm going to use a topic for this. So I'm going to navigate here to topics, and then I'm going to create a new topic. I'm going to create the topic from blank. And what I want to do here is I actually want to change the trigger, and I want to change that to run every time a message is received. Yes, you heard that correctly. So anytime the agent receives a message, we want this topic to run. And I'll show you in a second why that is important. The other thing that's important here is that we want to set the priority here to 1 so that that's going to run immediately any particular point in time. So what I'm going to do here is I actually already created a prompt tool. And if I scroll down, you can see that over here. This is my analyze sentiment prompt. Basically what I'm doing here is if I click on this, you can see this. It's just going to take the text, and then it's going to analyze that and determine whether that is a negative, positive, or it's going to be, as you can see here, it's none of the above, right? It's going to be neutral. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and close that. So what we want to do here is we want to put in the activity last message text. That's what we're going to put in here. And then once it runs that text through that sentiment, we're going to have an output of that as well. And I'm actually going to call this sentiment. So I'm going to create a new variable. And again, you can call this anything you want. You can see by default, it's called var, but we're going to say sentiment. That's what that variable is going to be. Now, again, we only want to get a live agent involved if that sentiment is actually negative, right? So what I'm going to do here is going to add a condition, and I am going to say if that sentiment, that's kind of what you're seeing over here, right? We want that text from that sentiment that is coming from here. If that is negative, just want to make sure that I am typing that correctly. And then what we want to do is we actually want to send a message to that user where we're saying, hey, I sense your frustration and I want to make sure you get the help I need. So I'm going to connect you with a live agent right now. Then from here, we're going to actually go to topic management, and we're going to go to another topic where we're going to escalate that conversation. Now, I don't have that set up in here, and that's what the agent is going to tell us in a second as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to call this topic sentiment. I'm going to go ahead and save that. And let's go ahead and test that real quick. And let's try that out. I am not happy at all. Let's see what happens. So it should now recognize that that is a negative statement. And there you go. I sense your frustration. I want to make sure you get the help you need. If I say something that is not negative, let's try that as well. I'm just going to say something like, greetings, my friends. And it's now going to try to access Dataverse. We don't want that, but you do see that it did not go to that other topic now because my sentiment was not negative at all. So hopefully this was helpful for you. I would definitely try this out if I were you, kind of see what you can do with some of those different triggers inside of Copilot Studio topics. If you want to learn more about Copilot Studio or Dynamics 365 products, feel free to check out my website at d365goddess.com, my YouTube channel at youtube/d365goddess. And if you want to join the community, I would definitely recommend doing that as well. Just go to aka.ms/join the community, and hopefully I'll see you there.